I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about twin flame process, and these are the monthly readings for October 2023 by sun sign. And if you wanted to get a personal reading or do a Skype session, you can find out all about me on my website, and the link is in the description box below. And the readings are a bit late. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happened. I just feel like I disappeared somewhere for like most of September, so I got no memory of the month or of anything that went on. Really, it's bizarre, and I feel like I've just kind of come back into being here. I've got a lot to talk about as well, about my own process and what's going on there. So I'll put some videos out about that sometime soon, and about the law of attraction and how that's all progressing with this twin flame process. So I'll look out for those videos if you're interested, sometime this month probably. Right then, so that's that, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good month. Here's your reading for October 2023. So what do we need to know for Leo? So what they're showing me is like a witch on a broomstick flying away, basically. And then they've got a bell, like, you know, a bell pull in a church. So her broom is turning into this bell pull, and the bell is being rung, and they're saying about time. So it's the for who the bell tolls, which is for you. And this witch that's on the broomstick turning into a hot air balloon. Oh, it's like all the negativity leaving and disintegrating. They're showing her disintegrate. It turns into a balloon, and hot air balloons are all about joy and fun. One of those that you sit in, you know, like they used to sit in the olden days with a basket. And they're saying all the fun of the fair. So it's like all your worries and cares are going to dissolve, and what's in store is all the fun of the fair, and it's time for that. They've got a really big, like a big chime going on, like a clock chime or a bell toll or whatever, really resonating. All the bells going off now, like all the bells ringing, church bells ringing, and they're singing the wedding song, Going to the Chapel, that one. Right, so celebrations, remunerations, which is reunions. Let's have a look. Leo. And they're also saying that you are casting off your shadow. So maybe that's what she's about as well, in the negativity leaving. It's like you're casting off your shadow side. Simply means that whatever it is that used to bother you and worry you, maybe about yourself and your life and who you've been and where you've come from in life, is going. So you're casting it all off, and you're just going to let go of it and drop it like a cloak dropped on the floor and get on with just being positive and forward focused, right? Not looking at the past anymore. I've got a card jumping out, which is the Chariot, masculine and feminine coming together and moving along in sync. Let's get some more cards out for Leo, see what else they say. So in terms of this month, it's going to be a good month. It's going to be a slow start, they're saying, but it's going to pick up speed as the month moves along. You're going to be really in sync with yourself, like both sides of yourself, your feminine aspect and your masculine aspect. and working in harmony, and you're going to feel really at one with yourself and better than you've ever felt before, they're saying. It's going to feel like you've finally come home to yourself and that you can just be who you are, and you're not going to have to put on any airs or graces for anybody else or try and be anything to anybody else. And I think that's where they're saying you're casting off. There's been a lot of like, you've held a lot of worry and it's in your shoulders. It feels like your shoulders are really, you've got a weight on you, you've been carrying a weight on your shoulders, and it feels like the weight of the world, and it feels like all this like grim, they're saying like this grim reality of what other people want from you and what other people expect from you and who they expect you to be and how they expect you to behave. And it's society in general, and it's family, and it's even just strangers, and it's people that you bump into in the street, and it's just, you felt like you don't fit in, and it's felt like nobody can understand who you are. So you've kind of had to hide yourself somehow. And they're saying that you're going to let go of all of that, and you're just going to be, well, it's not actually you letting go, it's just it's time for it to end, like with the bells going off. It's time for that to be over, because you only carry that for so long throughout your life, and then you can cross over into where it feels good. So you've served your time, essentially, in that energy. And now it's about just crossing a bridge into the other side where you can be free to be yourself. And it feels like there's not going to be any, they're saying you've got the wind in your hair. It's not going to be any cares or worries, and nobody holding you back or holding you down. Star healing, so it's a very healing month. 9 of Wands, wounded warrior, so it's like where you've felt wounded, where you felt like put upon and misunderstood and judged and all that kind of stuff. It's all coming to an end. It's healing that aspect. This is a masculine aspect. It's healing, right? And whether you're feminine or a masculine, primarily, or whether you're a man or a woman, it's your masculine side. So it's the part where society expects something from you. It's the egoic template that we're looking at, and it's been you've outmaneuvered it, they say. 10 of Cups, which is happiness in kind of life, and in your home, and just feeling comfortable with who you are. They said coming home to yourself, so it's like just going to feel fine in your own life. There's this energy of you just saying to yourself, I just don't care anymore. I don't care what people think of me. It's not my circus, not my monkeys. What their opinions are doesn't matter to me. They can think whatever they want, but it's not their concern, and it's not my concern to be concerned about it. It's this really new energy that's coming for you, that's going to overtake you. They're saying everything is cleared. So it's not like this is coming and then it's going again. It's just coming in and it's staying in, and there's going to be no going back. You might get like 1% of going back into some kind of negativity, but that'll only be because it's necessary for your process. It's not because you're going to spend any length of time there. So if you do find yourself going back into any kind of negative mindset, it's going to be for like something like 3 hours, not very long at all, or less, or half a day, 4 hours maybe, max. Rebirth, the Empress. Magician, which is the manifestation. And 6 of Swords, which is let go. So something's finally leaving, basically. This witch as well, what they show me a lot of the time is how it feels for the masculine is that they have something hanging on to them. And I know people, you don't want to get in that mindset where you're thinking about demons and things like that, but they have shown me in the past pictures of like a clawed, like winged being hanging onto like the back of the masculine, and then it suddenly just drops off because it's served its time. So it's like that kind of thing. It's like something that's been hanging onto the masculine. So it's actually them, but you're going to feel it leave. So it's going to be you're able to fly, and it's like they're showing me you like levitating off the floor. So like things are just going to rise into an easier feeling energy, and nothing's going to be pinning the masculine down. So it's like it's leaving them, and you're going to feel it leaving you as it leaves them, basically. And then we've got go with the flow, Queen of Cups. So it's going to feel much better, and just go with it. And you might notice that you just feel so much better and lighter and freer. 5 of Cups, love that can't be seen, that still exists. So it's kind of arriving into love energy for the masculine, a feeling of them being able to love again. And of course that comes, first of all, has to come that they have to love themselves. So that's where you're going to feel a release, because they're just going to be feeling so much better. You'll feel it yourself. And then Page of Cups, which is love moving forward. And underneath we've got Judgment, which is destiny. So it's just prior to destiny manifesting, the Magician, which is prior to the masculine manifesting, is that this freedom comes about and you're going to feel it in yourself and you're going to feel so much lighter and freer. And this is the masculine and the feminine moving forward together in that Chariot. So about you coming together. There's nothing for you to do. There's nothing for you to try and engineer. It's not like that. It's just the process is bringing this about. So it's always been meant to happen. It's destiny. It's not something that, less is always more, a twin flame process. So the less you try and get into your head and try and fathom it out and work it out and think that you're doing something for it, the easier it is, because there's nothing you can do. It's a process. The only thing you can do is align with whatever is on your plate right now, which is, sometimes you're really firmly in that negativity with the masculine energy. You just have to ride it out, basically. It's for a reason that occurs. It has to be cleared, so you only clear it by feeling it. So you just have to ride it out. And then when you're in the feminine energy, equally, you just have to accept it as it is and ride it out. And, looking at it from a broader perspective, which is it may or may not happen again. But they're saying this is not going to happen again for any distinct length of time, that you go back into the masculine energy. So you can know that this time. A Magician, King of Wands, masculine energy. And Judgment underneath, we've got celebrations. So reasons to celebrate, destiny, the arrival of your destiny, in terms of twin flame reunion. That's just underlying everything. So that's been the reason for everything and what's coming about through everything that's going on, that you're feeling and going through. The Star, the Moon, what can't be seen yet. So all the healing that occurs. It's not like, however much there is nothing that you can do from a human perspective that will heal apart from relinquish, which is accept what you go through in a twin flame process and, take the high points and embrace them and, see that as an outcome, because that's the light and the outcome is the light. So if you just see those as okay, that's where I'm ending up finally, no matter how many times I have to go back down into the depths of the dark, you will know where you're going to, right? So that's all you can really know is that outcome, even though you're not always in that outcome. Page of Cups over here, and transformation. So it's transformation that occurs to bring about new love. Then we're going to go here on the Nine of Wands, creation, in the physical, so bringing about change in the masculine, physical change, i.e. they're reborn as a new person who can handle a relationship with you. And then we've got a new journey for those two people in love, in a love sense. Ten of Cups, what you draw to you. So happiness comes from happiness, love comes from love. So the end of your process is the acceptance of everything that is in your life and the embracing of it in a sense of love and joy. And from that comes more, and what comes is your reunion, basically. Go with the flow, and it's on the horizon in the vibration. Three of Wands, Empress, rebirth, divine love. So it's the birth of that divine love coming into the physical. She's physical, creation, number 3. Six of Swords, let go. So it's just that thing they say is leaving. Fear. That's what's leaving, right? So the witch on the broomstick is the fear that's leaving. That's just unmanifesting, disintegrating, you could say. I'm just going to go one more on there. And energy moving forward on that, right? So that's what I've got for you this month. Lots of love. Take care. See you next time.